Hello YouTube, it's William. I'm out down by the lake, just kind of spending a morning at the lake, relaxing. I don't get out and do this as often as I should. Just tested out a piece of gear, which I encourage everyone to do that. Take your gear, test it out before you get out in the bush with it. It may need it, it may not work. So I'm just playing. I've got a old wormy piece of driftwood here, and we're going to try to make a down and dirty spoon without a spoon knife. Okay, so let's see if we can't do that, and using a little wee whittler, WC knives of course, and just see if we can't make a quick spoon out of this. The blade on this whittler is about, and that's pretty rotten. I don't know how that's going to work. It's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, something like that. And this might be too rotten, but we're going to try it. And we're going for functionality. We're going to leave Purdy at the house. Okay, just kind of clean it up a bit. Now, if I was going to actually use this as a spoon, I would probably get a cleaner piece, something that was green. But I don't want to cut a green tree for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put a bowl here on this. Let me move the camera to where you guys can see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create a bowl here of some type, and I'm just taking the point of the knife and I'm just circling it. I don't know if I can get it in there or not. And it is hot, folks. It's already in the 90s. Like I said, if this was going to be a real spoon, I would probably use green wood, and it would be a lot easier to carve too. And you can actually leave this a little bit long. Matter of fact, I think we'll do that. We'll put the bowl up a little bit further. We can cut it off later. Basically what I want to do is I just want to start removing material. Now just taking a round part of my knife, this little belly right here, and just starting to remove material. I don't know if I can see that or not. The sun's trying to glare a little bit. And I got my thumb below, so if the blade, or when the blade slips, it goes past my thumb. And my little whittler blades, I got the spines rounded on them so that they don't cut your thumbs to pieces when you're doing push cuts. But you're just working the blade around and moving what isn't the bowl. And when I got it pushing toward me like that, I'm not putting any pressure on it at all. I'm letting the blade cut. Okay? And when it starts to bind, I quit. And all that comes from using a knife. You gotta understand a knife and know how it cuts. So the reason I say get in the backyard, whittle on a stick, is so that you can learn how to use a knife and how each portion of the knife is used to accomplish different tasks. Hope I'm getting all this in the camera with the sun glaring like it is. You just take the edge of the knife and scrape it. Now the old timers would use broken pieces of glass to scrape the wood to smooth it out. But I don't know, there's probably some glass around here somewhere. But now, there's a spoon. I don't know if you could tell, but it's probably got about, oh, maybe you can tell by that. See how deep that is? That is plenty deep enough to get your beans out of the can. Now, it's not pretty, but you can take the round portion of a knife and scoop out a bowl and a stick. Now, if you wanted to, you could take and kind of fancy this up a little bit. Ease the edges of it. But that's probably going. Probably no point in it, but I mean, if you wanted to take the time, you could. there. It just depends on how much time you wanted to spend on it. But that is a functional spoon. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little quick whittle deal there. I don't know how long it took. Probably about 10 minutes or so. And you got you a spoon. I mean, like I said, if it was going to be something that I really wanted to use, I would have chosen some better wood. And this old dried wormy wood, this is a hardwood too, by the way. It's not the best carving wood there is, but at least you can see what is possible. The main thing is you got to get out in the backyard and whittle with a knife, and learn the knife, learn how the knife is used, and different grips and different holes and different things that you can do with the knife. I mean, just getting the tip. I mean, you can hold the knife up there. I mean, there's nothing says you have to hold it on the handle. Remember, the closer your hand is to where you're cutting, the safer the knife is, the more control you have on it. So, till the next one, you guys get out in the backyard, go whittle on a stick. And if you do, take a child with you, young adult, and teach them how to whittle on a stick, how to use a knife properly. And take plenty of band-aids with you and lots of knives. Knives is the key. If you're going to whittle, you got to have a knife. And it's a good idea to have the band-aids too. We'll talk to you again soon. Have a good one.